Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stare, the way you rolled up on me, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. When you take me on a trip, always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right, but when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind.
Through thick and thin, for better or for worse. After 20 plus years of marriage and 3 children, my parents are sharing their love, care, and wisdom throughout the world. Spreading this love won't be hard for them because it's simply in their DNA. I present Donnell and Angelique Jackson.
Hey, we're back. Welcome to Divine DNA. Hey, I'm one of your hosts, Donnell. This is my beautiful queen,
Angelique.
Hey, what's going on? Listen.
Happy Divine DNA Day.
Yes. We're so glad to be back. It's been a minute. And boy, we have...
Hey, Mandy.
What's up? Mandy's in the building. Yes.
Hey.
Brittany. Queen B. Deja. Yes, we are back. We're so happy to be back. It's been a minute. We've been in the process of moving, and as you can see, we have made it.
We've made it.
We have made it. Yes. We have stories. we have stories. Hey,
Verlina.
We have stories. We figured we just talk about, our adventure.
Man.
Getting here. But we're so happy to, finally be here. Yes, Britt.
Divine DNA Day. Yes.
We're so happy to finally be settled in and things like that. It was quite an adventure.
Yeah.
It was quite an adventure. Yes. I don't even know where to begin, but of course we have to start from the beginning, of course. If your kids are around, please put on some headphones, grab your drinks. There might be some F-bombs. Somebody might be called out their names, stuff like that, because it was an adventure.
Quite the ordeal.
Yeah. So of course everybody know we relocated. We relocated to Jacksonville
1 week ago.
Yeah.
We rolled into town
1 week ago, actually today. We had a plan. And the plan, what's up, Juju? The plan didn't.
Hey, Juju.
Yes.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you. And a special shout out to Mandy. She had a birthday not too long ago.
Hey,
she had
happy
a birthday.
Belated birthday.
Yes. We weren't here to help celebrate.
Oh,
but
my goodness. The 17th?
I think so. I know it was sometime last week. We weren't on air. We weren't on air to say, hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Hey.
Oh, my.
But that's all right.
Happy belated birthday, Mandy.
Yes.
I hope you shook a little something.
Yeah. Exactly. Do your thing. Oh, man. So, of course, we had a plan. Our plan was to leave Miami first thing Wednesday morning, packed on Tuesday.
Yes.
And things like that. So
Packed on Tuesday. We're supposed to leave first thing before dawn
Yes, before dawn.
on Wednesday morning.
Yes. So let's tell.
Did not go like that.
It did not. So we're going to tell you about Tuesday. I'm going to start off, and then I'm going to let the wife continue because, of course, it happened in segments, so to say.
Well, we picked up the truck Monday.
Picked up the truck Monday.
That was an ordeal
an
because they didn't have the dolly ready, or what was it that had us waiting around for over an hour?
waiting for.
remember?
I think it was waiting for the dolly.
Waiting for the dolly because we wanted an appliance dolly.
Mhm.
We have 3 big appliances: washer, dryer, refrigerator. So we kind of needed that,
Yeah.
but they couldn't find any.
So I had a regular.
And they still haven't been able to find any.
Man.
We're in Jacksonville still looking for an appliance dolly. Nobody has appliance dollies.
Exactly. So we waited
So,
waited a little while.
Waited around for that.
Mm-hmm.
We get the truck home. We sleep. We wake up the next day. We start packing the truck.
Yeah.
The truck is too small.
Yeah. The truck was too small. The truck prices for the truck
And-
prices are ridiculous. To one way before I remember, ridiculous. Okay,
Ridiculous.
ridiculous.
And we've never underestimated. We've moved quite a bit. We have never, ever underestimated the size of a truck before.
Yeah.
Ever. And I think we probably would have been thinking about the price more so than the size. And that's how we missed it, because getting a bigger size truck would have been $300 or $400 more
Yeah.
than what we were already spending, which
Yeah.
was
Close to $900 just to get a
just for a truck.
yeah, just for a
Just
truck
for the
home.
size that we had.
Mm-hmm. And would have been like close to $1,200-$1,300 to get a bigger size truck, just for us to accommodate some of the stuff that we needed. So having the truck, we were like in a tight bind as far as like what we were going to do and how we were going to get the trucks stuff. We threw away stuff.
So much stuff. Gave away so much stuff.
Exactly. We gave away stuff.
We didn't put any major furniture, our living room furniture, our bedroom furniture, none of that. All we had were beds and belongings,
Mm-hmm.
the washer, dryer, refrigerator.
Yeah.
So we thought all of that would fit on the truck easily.
Yeah. Our
And-
desk.
Yeah, our desk.
We just had, we underestimated. And
Yeah, just
so-
underestimated it, and trying to get another truck was like not an option.
Yeah.
So
We ended up getting.
we got the truck full. We got it packed. Man, and stressed out for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. So while I was trying to get the truck, we ended up getting the dolly. Now while I was
The dolly to carry the car, because
exactly.
we were going to put our sedan, which is an older car, on a dolly and let it trail the truck up here instead of our son driving the car.
So while I was getting the dolly, the car dolly, the wife had a visitor at the house. I'm gonna sit over here.
Our landlord is so rude, or the former landlord. He is an ass. He showed up
sorry.
at the house with tenants to walk through while we're sitting there with all of our stuff, trying to figure out how we're going to get it to Jacksonville, or if we're going to put it in storage and leave it in Miami and come back for it. So when he told us that he wanted the place for himself, he wasn't kidding. He wanted it for himself so he can charge someone higher rent. And he knew, he must have knew intrinsically that we were not going to pay more. So instead of him just being honest and saying, "Hey, I'm raising the rent. I need my place back. Oh, I need it back for me. I'm going to move in." And walk through there with tenants. He knew we were going to be there because he asked, Are you moving out early? No, we're not. Okay, well, I'm coming by to look at the place. That's what he said. He didn't say I'm bringing people. And he walked through there with tenants. I didn't want to give him my energy though.
Yeah.
But when I tell you I wanted to curse him and them and show my whole black ass.
Well, wait. It did happen, but that's yeah.
But I just gave him the look of death. And when my family was like, really? I was like, yes, really, because this is who he is. This is really who he is, an ass. I did say that much.
Yeah, and you know what's funny was I think that's just his MO, because he
did it
with us
when
with
we
us,
went to go see the place. A family was there,
and we didn't know.
But he didn't tell us. And I think he did the same thing with that family, walking them through and not telling them, just saying, hey, do you want to see the place? Let's go see the place, and walking them through. And he did it with us too. But us being who we are, we were like, okay, well, maybe they did something to him to make him do that. Because you always try to rationalize behavior of why people do things. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe they did something to him, and maybe that's why he walked us through with them there. But it was the strangest thing. I've never done that before. I've never shown a property with a family sitting there. I'm a licensed real estate agent. I have never shown a property with a family sitting in the house. It's so unethical, so unprofessional, so uncouth. I mean, unbelievable. And then that wasn't it. So we go to bed. We get up the next day.
Okay, you tell him about okay. I'm gonna let her have her fun with this one. I'm gonna tell him about this part so you can rev up for the next part. The next day was Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay, Wednesday was when we finally figured out.
Tuesday night we went to a hotel.
Yeah, we went
because we packed the beds in the truck, right? So Tuesday night we go to a hotel to stay the night. We don't sleep because the beds are lumpy, bumpy, and we could not get comfortable. So we barely got enough rest to feel refreshed to get on the road. Go ahead, babe.
So Wednesday, I had to get up early that morning because we didn't have enough room on the truck. I went to go get a trailer because I traded in the car tow. I traded in the car tow. My son was gonna have to he was gonna have to drive the car. You know, I asked him if he was okay. He was like, yeah, I can go ahead and drive it, So with that being said, I ended up getting a 5x8 trailer. Got a 5x8 trailer to fit the rest of the stuff in. The rest of the stuff went in beautifully. So we fit everything in the we fit everything in the we got the 5x8 trailer. We started putting the stuff in the 5x8 trailer. So in the midst of putting the 5x8 trailer, guess who shows up? Take the wheel, babe.
We were supposed to be out of our place by 11 a.m. And of course, we didn't make that time frame. So guess who shows up again with the woman of the couple that came through last night?
Yes, you're finna cuss. Yeah. Okay, I just want to let you know. All right.
So we're wrapping up everything, trying to get everything out last minute. And in the end, he was such an ass. He let we put the dog in the bathroom so the dog could be in the bathroom while we were moving. He opened the door and let the dog out.
That was the second time the dog got out.
Because the dog got out one time before they got there.
And we had to go find him.
And the children had to go and find him in the neighborhood. Okay, so we put him in the bathroom. This asshole opens the door and lets him out while we're moving around the house, while I'm going through the house doing my video and my pictures for the final walkthrough, because I do that with every property. So you can never come back and say, I damaged this, I damaged that. There's a hole here, there's a hole there. I have proof. I didn't leave your place in a shambles. There are no holes in the walls. Your carpet is intact. Your baseboards are intact. Your windows, we didn't tear up any of your things, sir. So I was walking through doing my final video photographs, and he let the dog out for a second time. So that's my son and the pregnant daughter running around in the sun for the second time trying to get the dog. I didn't know that he was the one that had let out the dog until we got to Jacksonville. Because listen, if they had told me that when we were in Miami, I would have turned it out. I would have fucked him up. It would have been over. I would have called a charge, because you already intruding. I know it's your property, but you don't have the right to disrespect me just because it's your property. You don't have the right to disrespect my family. You don't have the right to treat us like we don't matter because it's your property. Because guess what? It could not be your property just as easily as it is. You could lose it just like you got it. And you look like that's where you headed with the way you treat people. So it would have been on. They didn't tell me that until we got to Jacksonville. When he told me that he was the one that had let our dog out the second time, I'm like, y'all saved me and you saved him. But that's not even all. He was in and out, pulling stuff. We couldn't even get everything out. We ended up, because we were just sick and tired of seeing him while we were trying to finish the move, we just left some shit in there. Since you want to be in charge, since you want your place back, now you move some shit. So some furniture we left in there, furniture we didn't want, bedroom furniture, who knows what else. I think that was it. I think it was the furniture in our master bedroom that we were trying to get out, and he was, you want to be an asshole? All right.
Tell him what he brought you, babe.
Oh,
the paper that he brought you.
He had the nerve to make a list of what he considered to be damages and showed it to me. Number one, you're a man. You should be conversing with my husband. Number one. Number two, I'm a licensed real estate agent. You can't talk to me about bullshit with property. It's not going to fly. If you have a iced tea stain on your carpet, and that's not the case, this is just a scenario. If you have an iced tea stain on your carpet from when we lived there, guess what? That's normal wear and tear. If your closet door is off the track and you got to insert a screw to put it back on, that's normal wear and tear. Your door is not off the hinges and broken half, sir. So don't come to me with a list of bullshit about what needs to be done. Like I'm going to reimburse you. No. So when he came to me with the list, he was like, you don't have to sign it. I'm like, I already know I don't have to sign it. And I'm not signing it. If you don't get your ass out of my face and leave me alone, I'm going to get out this truck and it's really going to be on. I've taken enough. I've had enough. You better go on about your business, sir. You should be talking to my husband. You should not be talking to me. And I'm a licensed real estate agent. You can't pull the bullshit with me. Not when it comes to property. Period.
Yes. And then the thing is, what he did was because we were looking for the dog. So I got in the car to go around the neighborhood because my kids were walking around. So he was in a car somewhere. So as soon as I took off,
here he comes coming to me.
That's when he comes to her after I left.
And I'm sitting in the moving truck waiting on him to come back so we can go. Because at this point, I'm totally fed up. I'm through. I'm like, okay, you want your place back? You can have it. You can move the furniture from out of the bedroom. Go ahead, sir. And then you want to come to me and try me with some paperwork to sign to say I'm responsible for these made up damages that you created? You got me fucked up.
Yeah.
And I know this is obscene, and I know y'all ain't used to me cussing, but this is the other side. I'm the sweetest, nicest, most giving, professional
I put the disclaimer up, baby.
person. But
uncut today.
When you get my time wrong, when you fuck with me, when you fuck with my family, it's all raw. You about to get it. And you better hope I don't put these paws on you and whoop your ass, because that used to be me. I'm only going to go back and forth with you so much. I'm only going to argue with you for so much. After I've told you a few times to leave me alone and you don't, I'm on your ass. What my mama used to say, ass and elbows. That's all you see, because I'm whooping that ass. So we leave. We get on the road.
Let me take it from a calm down, Tiger. Calm down, Tiger. Gotta get my Tiger to calm
We finally get on the road.
My Tiger say, bring it down. Bring it down. All right. So we get on the road. We was on the road. Nice ride and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Pedal to the metal, doing our thing. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We made our normal stops and things like that. So as we're riding, my son calls, and we're just holding conversation on the phone. He calls me, and we're just talking. I don't know what we're talking about, just some different things. And all of a sudden he goes, something happened. I'm like, I'm sorry? What do you mean something happened? He said, hold on. So I'm like, okay. So he puts me on hold. And then he tells me, the tire blew out. I'm sorry.
Yes.
The tire blew out. So my wife calls me and say, look out for Darius because he's on the side of the road. The tire blew out.
Yes.
We're 40 miles outside of Jacksonville. 40 miles. Like we're like home stretch.
Almost there.
Home stretch.
Almost there.
And then the tire blows out.
And I saw it because I'm ahead, the son is in the middle, and daddy's in the back with the U-Haul. So I'm looking in the rear view, always checking on them to see where they are and how close they are and how they're doing. So when I saw the tire blow out, I'm like, oh, not my baby. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like something out of a movie where you just saw the explosion, but thank God it didn't swerve, it didn't veer, it just blew. And he was able to just go straight for a second and move on over to the shoulder of the road. So despite everything, and when I tell you, with everything that we went through from Monday to the time we got on that road, it just felt like somebody had prayed a bunch of demons around us and we were being attacked. That's exactly what it felt like. And it made me think of the Wheezy verse where it says, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Because it felt like we were moving on social media, on our show, and wow, what an attack. And I'm not saying that was the actual cause, but it just felt like if we wouldn't have put it out there in the atmosphere so much, maybe it wouldn't have been such an attack. Maybe it would have been better, or maybe it wouldn't have. You just never know. But it just felt like a severe, massive, bad energy attack on something that was supposed to be so positive and so uplifting. So when the tire popped, we had to leave our baby on the side of the road. The car. Not our son, the car. We call her Black Beauty.
Bye, Dee. We'll come back.
We call her Black Beauty, and she is our baby because she's been with us since 2004. We have never had a major problem out of her, and she has taken us through so many things and so many times.
Yes.
So she's a part of the family. So we had to leave Black Beauty on the side of the road full of my son's things because he put most of his stuff in the car.
Right.
So that we would be able to make it. And we made it to Jacksonville. The office here for our place, they were supposed to close at 6. I called ahead of time to let her know we're leaving Miami right now. We're going to try to make it by 6. I don't know if we're going to make it by 6. We did not. She said, well, call me at 5 and I'll let you know if I can stay past 6. I'm like, okay. So 5 o'clock came. We're a whole hour away, an hour and a half, I believe. So I called her. I'm like, we're an hour and a half out. She was like, I'm going to wait for you. She was like, I got to leave and I'm going to come back and I got to wait. And she was like, I will wait for you. I'm like, phew. Okay. But when the tire blew out, that put us even further behind because hubby had the card to get the money orders to give to her so that we can get our keys. So
yes,
we showed up trying to get money orders. By the time I got here, it was 7, maybe 7:15. And I just showed up. I came over. I'm like, let me go over and let her know what's going on. The tire popped. Hubby is behind. He has the money orders. Man, I walked in that office. She said, you don't have to worry about that tonight. She said, you bring me the money orders in the morning. I have some addendums that you need to sign. You can do that in the morning. She was like, let me give you your keys and we'll just do all of this in the morning. I was like,
yes, got our keys.
That was the crowning touch.
Yes.
That we needed. That was a favor we thought we would have from the beginning of the trip.
Yes.
Throughout the trip to the end. But thank God we got that kind of favor when we got here because we really needed it.
Yeah.
We really needed that rainbow in our cloud. She gave us our keys. She gave us a basket of goodies, of things that you don't think of. Toilet paper, air freshener, dish detergent, multi-purpose cleaner, dryer sheets, fabric softener, a roll of paper towels, things that you need that you may not have bought. And gave us our keys, and we were able to come into our place. Yeah. And then just take care of everything the next morning, giving her money orders, signing last minute paperwork.
The next day we had a little minor setback. So yeah.
So we came in.
Yeah, so we
got a good night's sleep.
We had a little minor
setback.
Oh
no. We had to unpack the truck. The trailer, because the trailer did not have a lock. So myself, my son, and the hubby, after getting off the road, after everything, spent the next couple of hours unloading the trailer and just handing stuff off. My husband is at the truck. He hands something to me. I walk it to the son. He walks it up the stairs because our place is upstairs. Even though our place is just a single flat floor, you got to climb stairs to get to it. One floor. We're on the second floor. So we were on autopilot doing that. Because when I tell you we were exhausted, and I don't know how we did it, but praise be to God, we did it. So after doing that and coming in to get a good night, a hot shower, a good night's sleep.
The next day,
on the truck that did have a lock.
The truck that did have a lock. So I ended up. So what I did was I got up to walk the dog because the dog needed to walk, and then my baby girl had already my my oldest daughter, she came out there with me, so we started walking the dog. So we started walking the dog. We walked in a couple of spots or whatever. So, so
Thank you so much.
so what ended up happening was after we started to walk the dog, my daughter had said somebody dropped their keys. And we was like, oh man, somebody dropped some keys. So the maintenance guy was coming through. So I was like, okay, hey, listen, somebody dropped their keys. We don't know if there's two, here, hold on to the keys, just in case. It was like, okay, no problem. So we go back to the house and everything. We go back to the house and we get situated, at the house, trying to get ourselves together, food, breakfast and things like that. So
I asked where the keys for the truck are, for the lock on the truck, so we can unpack.
So as I went, as I was looking for the keys, could not find the keys. And said, okay, well, let's go to the office. I said, maybe they're in the car. Maybe I put them in the car or whatnot. That didn't happen. Turns out, because we moved everything at night with the lock, I didn't know what the color keys were. Turns out, I think I gave the keys to the maintenance guy. I ended up dropping somehow. We ended up dropping them somehow.
He dropped the keys. He dropped the keys that were on the ground that he thought he found were the keys to the lock on the truck.
Yeah.
And he gave it to the maintenance man. The maintenance man could have thrown them in the woods. And that's what I believe he did because he could not find them. He didn't know what he did with them. And we had to figure out a way to get the lock off. So because he had some running around to do that day, where did you end up? Where you ended up?
What ended up happening was I was waiting on the maintenance guy to show up to unlock because they were going to help me.
Because they said that they would come back. They were waiting on their foreman to come so that they could get a certain tool to help take the lock off, but they never came back.
So
after waiting and waiting, he's like, okay, well, let me go. He had another errand to run and ran into.
Actually, no, that was the errand. I was trying to find someone to unlock the to lock
to take the lock
instead
off.
Of me having to go and buy bolt cutters, to get the lock off. So I ended up driving around to different places, seeing who has bolt cutters. Nobody had bolt cutters. I went to the shop that does body work. Well, the guys who have tools on the truck, they're not here. I'm like, oh, okay. So I tried to call the different U-Haul places because they have storage units. Oh, we don't have bolt cutters here. How in the hell? All right.
And know they do.
Yeah. So
when people don't pay, you got to get the lock off so you can auction off their stuff. You got some bolt cutters.
Man, so I ended up driving by. I said, you know what? Let me call Pep Boys. I said, let me just call them. So I called Pep Boys and said, yeah, we have a saw. I said, sir, listen, can you get the lock off? I said, I don't have any money to get no lock off. I don't. He said, no problem. We can start off for you. I'm like, Pat. So I drive up in there to get it off, and they didn't use a saw. There was a guy who came up. This is his words. These were his words now. These are his words. He said, we're going to get this lock off the redneck way. Didn't know that.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that. But by all means, the young man got the lock off. And his words as he was leaving, he said, locks are for honest people. It's a good thing that I'm honest. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got the lock off and we started unloading the truck, getting things out, and then things got better because that morning, hold on, time out. That morning we had everything. I had everything situated. That morning, I said we're going to have breakfast, okay, but we ended up having lunch because somehow within the world of Metro, whoever gets paid early on Thursday didn't get paid early on Thursday. And it just so happened to be that Thursday, after we had drove up, that there was no money in the bank that Thursday for nobody in Metro.
Nobody.
That Thursday,
his co-workers were cussing.
I was calling my co-workers. I'm saying, I just want to be sure. Because at first, I thought maybe because I transferred that something happened because I transferred. I didn't get on, maybe somebody didn't do my payroll. I'm sitting there trying to figure out, well, I'm here. The boss man has to do the payroll because the new boss can't sign off on a payroll that she had no idea that I did. So, yeah. So that went through, and I said, the way for me to find out, I said, well, let me go to my little app to show me, where money at. So my money was, I said, okay, fine, but my money's there, but money's not here. It's there, but not here. So after I got the lock off, or whatever, came back, we started unloading. This is when things started to get better. We started unloading the truck.
Things get better.
There was a young man who popped up, and I'm in the house, and then I'm coming out. My wife says, thank you so much, but you talk to my husband. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? That somebody needs to talk to me. And there was a young man. He said, hey, do you need some help? So the first thing came out of my mouth was, I appreciate the help. I said, but I won't be able to, pay you anything if you're trying to help me out. He said, okay, no problem. I'm like, okay.
He said, I just want to help.
I just want to help.
And we were like,
where they do that at? But okay.
For real?
Yeah. So he ended up helping us. What turned into what would have been probably between us three about
an hour and a half, 2 hours
turned out to be like 45 minutes, easy. No more than an hour. Young man helped. And I told him, I said, listen, come back. I said, come back tomorrow night and I will take care of you. I said, because he didn't have to do that. He really didn't have to do it. He didn't have to come up. He didn't have to come up to try, to help. He helped. I mean, when I tell you he helped, it was good to have a young man.
He wanted the heaviest stuff. Whatever was the heaviest, he was grabbing it and take that up those stairs.
Give me that. He said, give me this, give me that. So he took it up the stairs. And then as soon as he finished, sat down and relaxed and said, oh man, we finally got
Gave him a nice ice cold bottle of water.
About two or three of them. And then I heard the most beautiful sound ever at that point in time, sitting in my chair. I got the alert that my money was in the bank. That was such a beautiful sound. I heard ding. I'm like, okay. And I looked, and that signal was right there. And I was like, yay.
Yes.
It was such a beautiful sound.
Yes, he was definitely an angel.
Right after it happened, everything started to flow.
Yes.
My boss told me, I told her everything that was happening. She was like, okay, no problem, no worries. And I'm like, wait, no worries? I didn't know how to handle that. I didn't know how to handle that.
Because he told her, listen, this happened, that happened, and long story short, I'm not gonna be in tomorrow like we planned.
Now, mind you, my whole family automatically knew, say, oh, he ain't going to work. I'm sitting there like, now I didn't know they had a sidebar. Yes. They had a sidebar saying he ain't going to work.
My son came to me. My son was like, I'm concerned about the car, What are we gonna do? And I'm like, don't worry about it. Your father's not going to work tomorrow.
I don't appreciate the sidebar. That was just like
I'm like, I know he says he's going to work, but I guarantee you he ain't going.
She put a stamp on it, y'all.
And I got his clothes ready for him and everything. I gave him the clothes.
That's the kid gave me the clothes. She gave me my whole outfit. My whole outfit. Here go your clothes for tomorrow. I said, thanks, babe. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much for getting my clothes, babe. Everything sat out all nice and neat and everything. All of them had plotted. It was like, you ain't going to work today. So
I knew he wasn't going, but we're just going to go along with the flow.
That's that good. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I was dedicated to go to work my first day. I didn't want to miss. You know what I'm saying? So I called my boss. You know what I'm saying? All being off, she was, I was like, she was supportive. Yes, hell yeah, she was supportive. Man, listen, I called my boss. I said, listen, I was like, do I have any more PTO because things are happening here? And they're in the background, like, I knew you wasn't going. Like, what kind of is that? Like, I was really trying to go to work on my first day. I really was trying to go to work. So she said, no problem.
That time though, he really did.
She gave me my hours, and I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? They just shook their head. It's like, I knew you weren't going. I was like, y'all stinking asses. Can't stand y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't go to work, and things things worked out. You know what I'm saying?
We took the truck back.
We took the truck back.
Was it Friday?
We took the truck back, and then fast forward, I got an alert saying that I still have the truck. How the hell I still have the truck? I don't have the truck. I turned in the truck and the trailer. They said no. They said it's showing here that you can't rent anything else because you still have the truck. Where? On what planet? Not Earth, because I ain't got no truck. So we had to fix that, got that situated. And actually, we got back here. We ended up getting Black Beauty back. So Black Beauty is home.
We finally got Black Beauty home today. We just drove her here.
Yeah.
About
an hour before the show started.
An hour before the show started, we pulled in with her.
Yeah.
So now
got the tire on.
We feel at peace now. Our baby is home. Black Beauty is our baby too. Man.
So
there was an ordeal thinking about her just out there with strangers.
Yes. So it's definitely a good thing. I said we have to make sure we're there for the show because we miss our people.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for coming. And listen to the ones who called numerous of times trying to find out where we were, and we had people worried
and how we were doing.
We are so sorry we had y'all worried. We love everybody who
we
called.
were moving and we had left our phones in the house.
Boy, listen, I think it was almost calls to the hospitals, to the police departments, but let me tell you something. We got so many calls. We got so many calls, and people wondering where we was, and we was in tears. Like, oh my God, we worried our people so much. We was in tears. I was like, oh man. So, but we love you guys so much. Thank you. So good to be back.
Thank you, Mandy.
We definitely wanted to come on and just tell you guys, that we were good and things like that. But we're gonna let's do this. Let's take a quick break and then we can tell you what's coming up this week, and we're gonna tell you what we have planned for next week.
Yes.
Yes, we got plans.
So we're finally, I want to say tucked in.
Yes.
We finally tucked in. We finally feel at peace because we have our baby back.
Yep. So,
and we're gonna take a break. We'll come back and tell you what's coming up.
Exactly.
Hey, hands looking a little plain there. That's okay though. I got you. Just head over to Nail Beauty by Brittany. Wait. Don't tell me you don't know who she is. That's okay, that's fine. It's a good thing to ... here. I'm here to tell you. Nail Beauty by Brittany is an upcoming establishment that makes everyone's hands look pretty to boost your confidence throughout your daily basis. You get all these custom nails at a very affordable price. With proper care, these nails can last up to 3 weeks. If you head over to Brittany's social media, you'll see all of the custom nails that she has made thus far at a very affordable price. This company was made by this beautiful young woman here, Miss Brittany. Now y'all go over ahead and get your nails pretty, y'all. I'm showing enough in. Hey there, in the mood for some style? Well, make your way over to queenbeehustle.com. Miss Hustle don't play no games now. She gave y'all options, keychains to multi-purpose trays to t-shirts. Select products can even be customized, all of which are made by this beautiful lady here, Miss Queen Bee. Head on over to queenbeehustle.com where hustle and creativity uniquely meet.
Welcome back.
Hey. Yes. Those are our creative queens, Queen Bee's Hustle and Nail Beauty by Brittany.
Yes.
The commercials that were there are created by our daughter, Miss Shay J. And if you would like your own personal commercial for your business, you can go to our website to order. Yes. Our website is www.divinedna.life.
Yes.
Get your advertisement on, get your personal business on, get your marketing on.
Yes. So, So what's coming up tomorrow? First thing is Project Joy. Project Joy will be on tomorrow, 7 p.m., 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern.
Eastern time.
Also, Miss Juju and Miss Mandy, I believe, are going to be on tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, it is 12 p.m. Eastern. If I'm not
12
mistaken,
noon.
12 noon Eastern. They will be on tomorrow.
Learning in silence.
Learning in silence. In silence. Yes.
So be sure to come back to the Breakthrough Show Network tomorrow and check out all of the shows.
Yes. And also next week, y'all better get ready, because finally the Kings will be on stage. You've seen the Queen's Roundtable. The King's Court is going to be next week. I got the Kings on the I got the Kings up. The Kings are here. But the next I'm gonna go to Mandy. The next episode is gonna be Healing After a Narcissist.
Healing After a Narcissist is what they will be discussing.
That's what they will be discussing tomorrow
on Learning in Silence. So please be sure to tune in, because we all know at least one narcissist.
Yeah. And
at least one.
I'm gonna need this comment, ma'am.
This is in response to the Kings are finally coming,
ma'am.
About damn time.
Listen. Listen. You know what?
Yes, the King's Court is long awaited, long overdue.
Yes.
It's about time we hear from the men.
Yes. So we will be here next week.
King's Court.
King's Court. So look out for the Kings. I've spoken.
That's gonna be a good one, y'all.
I spoke with the Kings last night. Okay, now we got another one. We got another one. But see, this is what y'all not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is yes. So the Kings are gonna be up. The Kings are gonna be on stage. You'll find out who the Kings are. I'm not even gonna tell you who the Kings are. I'm not even
gonna be a surprise.
I'm not even gonna tell you who the Kings are. You know, y'all know some of them.
Y'all,
you know what I'm saying? So I talked with them last night, and we had a good time talking. So yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So y'all say we were waiting on this.
Yes.
So yes, most definitely. I spoke with them, and we definitely got it.
Man, it says no shy stuff now.
No shy stuff. We coming with it.
Come with it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's going on. So next week is gonna be on, y'all.
Yes.
The King's Court. We've had a blast telling y'all about that.
Did you guys have any questions for us?
That some of my bitch. Excuse me. No, I told you. Yeah, I told you today. It's uncut. I said it before. Uncut today. I don't even think there's any. Not too much divine. It was just DNA uncut.
DNA uncut today.
DNA uncut. There was nothing divine about because
the divine is that is that we're here.
Yeah, divine is that
we didn't catch some charges. That's the divine.
Yeah. We're not. We didn't have to call for bail money.
Man,
we didn't have to call for bail money or anything like that. So yeah, we made it.
We're all here. We're all safe.
Yeah, everybody's good, and but we thank you guys for coming through to see us, to hang out with us.
Thank you for all of the good. Energy,
the
positive vibes, the love sent our way.
Yes.
We appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much. And look out next week for the King's Court because we're coming through. Oh, what's our website?
Yes.
Our website. Where is it? It's right here. DivineDNA.life. That's our website. We also have, what's that? The Power of Daddy as well. Power of Daddy, my dear?
Yes.
That's our Facebook.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Divine DNA Jackson. We also have our community that's dedicated to positive father images. It's called The Power of Daddy on Facebook. If you have show suggestions, if you have relationship questions, topics you like to discuss, you can hit us up at support@divinedna.life. Yes. And you can remain anonymous if you like, and we can just discuss whatever question or topic that you like to discuss. And yes, Facebook is a part of the show. Thank you to our Facebook community because we do broadcast on Facebook. So thank you to our Facebook community and our YouTube community, our
Yes.
TikTok family. We appreciate every single view. And please go to our YouTube page, Divine DNA, to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share.
Yes.
We are
Please
Divine
do.
DNA on YouTube.
Yes. Well,
So we feel so much better. It was so good to talk to you all, to see you all virtually,
yes.
to feel the good energy and the love.
Y'all like our place? See it?
Yes, and a new background, y'all.
Yes. New background.
New
y'all.
background.
Yes. It'll change up every now and then, but that's
Yeah.
our background and stuff. You know, the piano right here, the wife wake up and play the piano in the morning, you know. Singing, coffee's ready. Come get your breakfast. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. We thank you so much for coming. Look out for our show next week, Divine DNA, the King's
Court
are
next
going to
week.
be here next
gonna close
week.
out June with the men.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
So you missed the docs. Hold up. You missed the docs, Queen Bee. I could take you back a little bit. Maybe I could take you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can get you close to it. Hold on, Queen Bee. I'm gonna get you close to it. There we go.
Oh my.
Get you close to it. There you go. There you go. I got you close to it. There it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. We chilling. We about to go hit the water, y'all.
Listen,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
favorite part. I'm a toes in the sand kind of girl.
About to
I
hit-
love the beach.
Yes. We about to hit the water. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys coming through. You know what I'm saying? We're out. We love you guys. And we shall see you soon.
Night, y'all. Love y'all.